Welcome to PFTOT on Yahoo Sports. Peter King, Mike Florio here, getting you ready for the divisional round of the playoffs. And Peter, 3 of the teams are big underdogs. The Titans going to Baltimore, the Vikings going to San Francisco, and the Texans returning to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs. Even though the Texans won during the regular season, the Chiefs are heavy favorites in this one. Of those 3, which do you think is the most likely to advance to the conference championship game?
What if I said 0? No, I think, as I look at this field right now, one of the things that I find most interesting, and I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings, but one of the things I find that's most interesting about it is that the Vikings have so many elements in place that, to play a really good road playoff game. Here's what they have in place. They have a tremendous defensive front, which we saw over the weekend how it can wreak havoc with Drew Brees. Jimmy Garoppolo playing his first NFL playoff game. This is a huge factor, this pass rush against Garoppolo. Number 2, they have a secondary that played better in this game than it had played this year. Seems like it's a little bit healthier, and the added bonus of having very good linebackers in coverage to do battle with George Kittle. Number 3, they have one of the top 5 running games in football right now. They need, Bill Cowher used to always say this, Mike, about going on the road with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He said, we are always a big game for the team that we went into to play. And so I always used to tell the players, you've got to withstand the storm right at the beginning. And that crowd in Santa Clara is going to be huge early on. So the Vikings, whether they're playing defense or offense, has got to take the crowd out of the game early. The way you do that is with a running game that gets some first downs and with a front 7 that forces a couple of punts on the first 2 series of the 49ers. Look, if I had to go to Vegas and bet $5 on this game, give me San Francisco. But with those 3 options, I will take the Minnesota Vikings. I think they are most playoff ready to play a really good game this weekend.
And, Peter, there was a time when the teams that earned the byes were much more vulnerable in the divisional round than they are now. In recent years, those teams are more likely to advance. But that rest period, and you're playing a team that has a jolt of confidence coming from winning in the wild card round, and I think that victory over the Saints does wonders for Kirk Cousins and his teammates in Minnesota. And if you can catch them wobbly early, if you get them with a surprise left hook, that can change everything because the pressure is on the 49ers. There is no pressure on the Vikings. They're supposed to lose. They're the 6th seed. They should already be home. The 49ers are the ones who have earned that spot where everyone is expecting them to advance. And I could see the Vikings give them a hard time. I also could see the Titans giving the Ravens everything that they can handle because that's going to be a close game. And if it's a close game, it's more likely that the 1 seed is the one that seizes up in the fourth quarter, realizing we're supposed to win this game, and this could still go either way. And I really do feel like it's much more of a toss-up than the other games because it's going to be old-school football. It's going to be grinded out. It's gritty and dirty the way the Titans like it, and it's the way the Ravens do it, and I could see that game going either way.
Mike, 2 points. Number 1, I do not remember a year with 2 6 seeds that are as threatening as these 2 6 seeds. You look at these 2 games coming up, the 6 at the 1. Is it a gimme for either one? Not at all. And it should be, shouldn't it? Shouldn't a 14-2 team playing at home off a bye have a gimme game? They should, but they're not going to. And the second thing is, this has the feel of an NCAA tournament game, a basketball tournament game, 2 versus 15. The Tennessee Titans are 15. They're the mid-major team in the Mid-American Conference that can go in and wreak havoc in this tournament.
All right, for more PFTOT on Yahoo Sports videos, check us out throughout the postseason.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.